Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Dash, a bit weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is Wednesday, May the 29th, and this is episode 40. 40. The big 40. We're old.
It's 40 weeks, not 40 years.
Okay. We'd like to say welcome back to all of our returning viewers and a big hello to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. We would like to say hello to a couple of people who introduced themselves in the introductions thread in the Ravelry group. First up is Christy Ray, who is Christy from Colorado. I did a double take when she introduced herself because she'd already been participating in the group, and I was like, wait a minute, I know her, but she just hadn't introduced herself in the thread, so hello, Christy. And also a big hello to, I don't know how to say her Ravelry name, Filipa MC, who is Filipa from Portugal. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Hello anyway, we're glad to have you. If you have not joined our Ravelry group yet, please go do that. And or if you're already a member and have not introduced yourself in the introductions thread, please do that, and we will give you a shout out on the next episode. We've got quite a bit to cover today, so I think we're ready to get started.
Now we are going to talk about what's on our needles.
So what's on your needles, Mare?
This sleeve still.
You've started on the cables, though.
Yeah.
And, oh, we were going to talk about the other thing in Yummies, but you have more time to knit now. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. So, tell them what it is in case they have not seen it before.
It is the second sleeve from my Watson sweater.
What's the pattern?
It's adapted from Dr. Watson's Cabled Crew Neck by Trudy Brown.
And needles?
Size 4 US.
So that's 3.5 millimeters. And your yarn?
Berroco.
Tell them.
Berroco Vintage in the Oats colorway.
That's pretty true. She's at the end of the ball and it kind of barfed. I didn't realize she'd already gotten up onto the cables though, so that's good. Alright, so here is my work in progress. Hopefully it's not going to fall everywhere. We're going to try to hold it up. Okay, so this is my Doctor Who baby blanket that I'm knitting for a friend. So I finished these last 3 squares this week. So this one, Project Page, has better pictures. This one is the TARDIS, this one's a Cyberman, and this one is a Dalek. And then I have started on the narrow version that, well, I modified the pattern to do a narrow version of the 4th Doctor scarf. And I've started attaching it, so you see that there's this extra here because I'm going to put, it'll butt up against it when I do the top. But I have done 1, 2, 3, 4 squares worth. Plus now I'm on to the 5th square worth of the scarf. I would have had more done, except for, as you'll see in finished objects, I got a little distracted this week. And knit a sweater. But, just since, when did I start? I think last night while we watched TV, I got like 2 squares worth done, plus attached it all to the sides. So, I am going to work really hard this week and see if I can't knock this thing out and be done with it. I'm going to try to be done by the end of May, but we'll see. Anyway, that's the only thing currently active on my needles. I know, shock, huh? But I need to stay monogamous and get this done, because it's getting too hot to have a blanket in my lap. Alright, I think we're ready for the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about our finished projects.
Alright, so I finished another, set of washcloths. There's 3 of them. Let me hold up one close. This is that pattern that I have just fallen in love with. It's All Washed Up by Jill Arnouche. It's free on Ravelry. And this is, I love this cotton in a pale denim, and I'm doing them on US 6s, 4.0 millimeters. And this set is a giveaway for our Scotland fundraiser. So, I'm just in love with this pattern because it's so easy to memorize, and I just love how it turns out. And somebody, I can't remember who, somebody posted on Instagram, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, that they had done some out of the same pattern after seeing them on the podcast and loved it. I'm sorry that my brain's not remembering who it was. So, but if you need to knit some dishcloths, this is a great pattern. Highly recommend it. 2 thumbs up. The other thing I knitted this week was a baby sweater. Okay. This yarn is just gorgeous. It's got so many colors. This yarn is SMC Bravo Rainbow Color in the Circus colorway. And it's got tans and oranges and greens and blues and purples and pinks. I think that's all of them. Now, the pattern that I used was the Baby Sophisticate. Sophisticate? How do you say it?
I don't know.
Either Sophisticate or Sophisticate Free by Linden down. Now, there is a paid-for version of this pattern, which I did not purchase. I used the free one. There were some errors in the free one. So I need to put some other notes on my project page because, what I actually did was I cast it on for the 0 to 3 month size, but it was very, very small. And I worried about whether it would be big enough around the baby's body. So I increased and did I can't remember if it was 3 to 6 or 6 to 9 month size for the rest. It also called for an Aran weight yarn, and this yarn is a very light DK. So I held it double, and I had a couple extra stitches over what the gauge was, but being that it's for a baby who grows really fast, I was like, okay, it's not going to be that huge of a deal. So I did this on US 8s, 5.0 millimeters. In less than 48 hours from when I started, it was done. It is a top-down construction, started from the neck here, and then you split it for the sleeves, and do the rest. For the button band and the shawl collar, you pick up stitches along the whole thing, and then do some short rows to get the collar. And then you have had the sleeves on waist yarn, so you just pick those up and do them in the round to the end. This is for a friend who is having a baby. And even though there were some errors in the pattern, once I was able to adjust and see what those errors were, I'm thrilled with the pattern. And it may be my new go-to baby gift because it knits up so fast. So, I chose this colorway because it was in my stash, but also because we don't know if they're having a boy or girl, and they're very colorful people, and so even though it's got some pinks in it, I think it could be for a boy or a girl because it's got just so many bright colors. And then I did these kind of grayish, silverish buttons. I knit a sweater this week. Don't you wish you were this size so you could knit one this fast? And I think there's an adult size of this, which is a paid for. So that may need to go into my queue. And that's what I finished this week. So, moving right along. And now it's time for my favorite part of our show. Yummies! If you're new, these are just like our current favorite things, or things we got this week, or good things that have happened, or things we just want to share with you. So, we'll start with that. We still have some of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast buttons. If you sent money before Sunday, the hubs mailed them out. If you sent since then, we have not mailed them out yet. He'll mail out another batch on Monday. So, Thanks for everybody who's been interested. If you want a podcast button, we still have some left. We're just asking you to cover $1.50 shipping packaging cost, just because we're trying to save money for Scotland right now. We just can't afford to send them out to everyone as much as we would love to. That's in the U.S. If you're outside the U.S., it'll be just a smidge more. Send me an email at geekygirlsknit@thealmonds.com, or just PM me on Ravelry, Java Pearl, and we will send them as long as we have them. Or if you'd like to make a donation, a monetary donation to the podcast, we will send you one if you want to do that. And then once we run out, we'll order some more. But podcast buttons. All right. Do you want to do that first, and then we'll talk about the other thing?
Sure.
It's so adorable. Tell them about this.
It's a button.
What does it have on it?
A TARDIS with yarn falling out.
Because our stash is bigger on the inside? So these came from Tangerine Designs on Etsy. We'll put a link to her shop. We also got other things from her. Mustaches! Oh, her card's in there. I guess we could show that. So, we showed them last week that you had been gifted the... What's the name of the pattern?
Candy...
Cephalopod?
I
I think that's right. Dandy Sir Cephalopod. So, one of our lovely viewers had gifted that to Damaris. So we ordered 2 of the big mustache buttons and 2 of the little ones. And they came this week. And so I'm going to knit mine in June to go along with the Wolf Farms. I can't remember the name of their cow. Summer of Stuffies. So I guess it goes the whole summer. So I'm going to probably knit my 2, plus I have another stuffy that I'm going to do for that. So I don't know if you're going to do yours or take a break from your sweater and do it, or if you're going to wait. So you're just going to hold on to the buttons?
Yes.
So I plan
I'm going to do them Avengers.
Okay. That will be cool. I think...
A Tony and Bruce one.
That'll be cool. I think I need to check how much yarn I have left over from the sweater, that baby sweater I just finished. I'm either going to do the big one or the small one in that yarn. And then I'm not sure about the other one. But, so, these are really cool, and she had really fast shipping. And Damaris and I both got TARDIS buttons. So, yay. Okay. We have news. I got a phone call sometime last week. I can't remember what day it was. From my younger sister, Carrie. She's just a little over 3 years younger than me. Saying, so do you want to be an aunt again? And I said, what? And so we had this whole conversation. But they are expecting, my sister and her husband are expecting their 3rd child, his 4th. He has a child from before they were married, who is James, who is about 1.5 years older than Damaris. And then there's Lola, who I think she's going to be 6 in August. Maybe 5. I can't remember. Am I an awful aunt? And then, so Lola, and then Wyatt, who will be 2 in December. And the new baby's due in December. And, I'm looking to see what year Lola was born.
She was born in September.
I know. That's what I'm trying to get to. There she is.
You went to August.
Oh, I didn't click for it. She's born in 2008. It's 2009, 2010, 2011. So she'll be 5. Okay, good. I thought I lost a year. Oh, my goodness. So she'll be 5 in September. Their anniversary's in August. That's why I said August. And then Wyatt will be 2 in December. And the new baby's due in December. And my sister's birthday is in December. So my sister's birthday is on December 20th. Wyatt was due Christmas Day, but was born on December 15th. So we have the 15th for him, the 20th for my sister, and the new baby's due on the 25th. So, but probably will be born earlier because of she'll need to have another C-section. So, new baby. So that means another baby blanket. Because Wyatt and Lola both have baby blankets from Aunt Cece. So new baby will need a baby blanket. I think I am going to wait, though, until we get to Scotland and knit it then, and then send it, like, with Christmas gifts and everything. And so I can do a whole box all at once. So, I'm going to be an aunt again, and Damaris will have another cousin. That will make 4. Because she doesn't have any cousins on the hub side yet. Yay! Congratulations to Carrie and JR and James and Wyatt and Lola. Okay, do you want to tell them your news?
I'm done with 8th grade.
Yay! You're not very happy about it.
Well, I still have a lot of stuff to do.
But not school related.
Yes, but it's still a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about it?
I have to scan stuff.
So, with the Scotland move, we are scanning a bunch of stuff and saving it to cloud drive stuff. So, that's Damaris' summer project, besides knitting her sweater. But, she's been making some good progress on it. We moved the scanner over here to our living room part of where we are, so that she and I can watch TV together while she scans. So, I think when she's scanning in documents and stuff right now, I think once you get to the pictures where you can put like 5 on the scanner at one time, and we've got one of those scanners that will let you put a bunch of pictures on it, and it'll scan it, and then you can select each one. And so instead of scanning each individually, you can scan them all on the screen at once. So, hopefully that'll go faster. But we are done with 8th grade. Yay! Let's see what else. I finished watching Midsummer Murders Series 13 this week. And the new ones, for some reason, are not available streaming anywhere that I can find. So, I will hopefully be able to watch those at some point. But it was kind of sad to come to the end of that part of the series. So, we have started watching... Okay, I had watched Downton Abbey, the 3 series of Downton Abbey, earlier this year, I guess. And, the Hubs had caught some of it, Damaris had caught a little bit of it, but they decided they wanted to watch all of it. So, since we finished Alias, we started watching Downton Abbey, and we only started it, like, end of last week, and we only have 1 episode left of Series 2. We have watched a lot of it. So then we'll watch Series 3, and then next we're going to Call the Midwife together. And I started watching the 1980s version of Agatha Christie's Miss Marple on my own, because they're not interested in watching that, really. And we watched E.T. last night. That was the first time Damaris had watched it. What'd you think?
I liked it.
I told the Hubs we should have eaten Reese's Pieces while we watched. So, she had never watched that before. Okay, I guess the last Yummies thing is Scotland. Thank you to those who have donated to help us with our move to Scotland. We appreciate it very much. Like I said last week, that's not what this podcast is going to totally be about. But it is part of our lives. So, and as we share our lives with y'all, we want to share that too. So, if you're interested in reading more about our upcoming move and want to donate to help us, you can go to scotland.thealmonds.com. I'll put the link in the show notes and on the screen. And we are doing some giveaways in August for those who donate. So, thank you to those who have, and thank you to those who will. Alright, I think that's all of our yummies. We didn't have a ton to show this week. We had more to talk about than anything, so. Alright, on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about what books we're reading and what TV we're watching.
What are we reading?
We are both reading Sherlock Holmes The Case Book by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I haven't started it yet, but I am going to.
I read the first. This is a short story. This is the final short story collection.
It's the final countdown.
It's the final countdown. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So there was 4 novels and how many short story collections?
Yes.
Like 6, maybe?
I don't know.
Anyway, so we've read all of them, and so we're on this. This is
Countdown.
this is the final short story collection.
It's the last.
It's the last one. Yes.
The last countdown.
So we're reading it so that we can start watching.
Granada Holmes.
Yes, because we're hoping to watch that this summer. I am also still reading Moonblood. My brain has kind of been fogged, and it's one that is very difficult for me to read unless my brain is clear, because there are so many characters, and it's a fantasy series, and so it's very hard for me to keep track of everything. So I don't think I've even read any of it this week, but I need to finish it so I can get on to book 4. Okay, we only have 3 TV shows to talk about this week. So, and I think tonight might be the season finale.
Yeah, that's not how you spell Sean.
Oh, how did I spell it?
With a U.
I think I knew somebody named Sean with a U.
So with a W. Okay. I'm Daryl, and this is my other...
Wait, you didn't even tell him what we're talking about.
Yes, I did. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
You knew. No, you didn't. Psych, 7.13. Nip and Suck It.
Yes, because it was about plastic surgery.
I am Daryl, and this is my other brother, Daryl.
Yeah, so that was a Newhart reference. So then I had to, because Damaris didn't know Newhart, and I'm like cracking up at it. And so I had to go YouTube it and find. This is my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl. You just like scrolled all the way down to the bottom.
I just scanned.
Scrolled. Our brains aren't working very well today. So I had to YouTube that to show her about Newhart.
Okay, I loved Brath.
Cut. Take 2.
I loved Brad to death. Snap!
Are you okay?
No, that's what they did. Henry shouted, snap!
Yes, because he died. Not Henry. The other guy. Brad. Because Henry wants to open business as a private investigator. Wouldn't it be funny if he did it in the Psych office and they had to like rename Psych, like Psych and Henry or something?
Psych and Henry? What?
Henry. Psych. I don't know. I was coming up with it off the spur of the moment.
Psych and Henry.
Do we have anything else written?
You wrote those.
What? I already talked about that. Oh, Sean and Juliet are back together. And so the next episode's tonight, 7.14, No Trout About It. And I think it's the season finale. My Kindle is over there.
I don't think they have 22 episodes in a season.
Well, because I don't know. I think I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but we'll talk about it next week.
Merlin, prepare yourself for reenactments.
Oh my goodness. We tell them what episode it is.
5.12, The Diamond of the Day, Part 1.
So this was the first of the 2-part series, like it's all over finale.
It's the beginning of the end.
It's the final countdown.
Dun dun
dun dun dun. So this episode had so much good dialogue in it. So much good dialogue and some good monologues and tears. We were crying. And okay, so start telling them about it before we do our reenactments.
Okay, Merlin beating Arthur at dice. Aw, I
That
love
was
you
so-
too.
That was so funny because he was totally cheating and Arthur doesn't know. Because Arthur doesn't know he has magic.
Okay, and then after Merlin loses his magic, he looks so young.
He does.
I'm scared.
He because we watched it twice, and I was like, Damaris, like when he realizes he's lost his magic, he looks like 10 years younger. And so I don't know if that was just something in how he acted, or if they did something different with his makeup, or if it was just totally unintentional. But to me, especially, I was like, Damaris, he looks so much younger when he realizes he doesn't have his magic anymore.
Okay, this is something Arthur said. You know, Merlin, all those jokes about you being a coward, I never really meant any of it. I always thought you were the bravest man I ever met. Guess I was wrong. Excuse me while I jump out the window.
Because Merlin was not going to go with him to the battle.
Camlin.
Yeah, to the battle, because he needed to go try to get his magic back. And so that was so sad. I cried. I was like, if you only knew, Arthur, he is trying to get his magic back to help you.
It made me want to jump out the window.
Thankfully, they're closed, and you can't.
I could open. Okay, Mordred, how did you become so evil? I mean, it was only last episode you were being so adorable as always, and then...
I know. Mordred, what happened to you?
Where did you go wrong? You lost a friend.
He lost that love and feeling. That love and feeling.
Somewhere along the bitterness.
Oh my goodness. Okay, now what?
Now we've got to reenact.
Okay, well I can't really read the screen, so...
Okay, you are Balinor.
Okay, so I'm playing, this was one of the, dialogues that was, like, so awesome. So
I am Merlin. She is Balinor.
Balinor, who is Merlin's father. Merlin.
Father.
My son.
Are you here? Are you real?
Dead or alive, real or imagined, past or present, these things are of no consequence. All that matters is that you heed the words of your father who loves you. Do not let go, Merlin. Do not give in.
I have no reason to go on. The battle is already over. Morgana has won.
Only if you accept defeat. But if you fight, if you let hope into your heart... I can't hear shaking the screen. Morgana cannot be victorious.
What hope is there without my magic?
Merlin, you are more than a son of your father. You are a son of the earth, the sea, the sky. Magic is in the fabric of this world, and you were born of that magic. You are magic itself. You cannot lose what you are.
But how do I find myself again?
Believe, Merlin. Believe what your heart knows to be true. That you have always been and always will be.
Always will be.
Rest now. Rest, my son. And soon you shall awaken into the light. Okay, so that whole scene was like when Morgana had trapped Merlin in the cave, and so Merlin sees this apparition of his father, and he's telling him to hold on. Okay. Hold on for one more day, hold on.
One day more to revolution.
That's actually pretty apropos.
Okay, and then when Merlin got his magic back, a little butterfly. Excuse me, I'm gonna jump out the window again.
It was so pretty, and it was that blue of all the lighted things in the cave. Okay, now what?
Now I have a monologue.
You were gonna be Arthur?
Now I have 2 monologues.
Oh, Merlin first.
Okay. Yeah, this is after Merlin gets his magic back and is talking to Arthur in his dreams.
Yes, so Arthur's asleep and Merlin gets into his dreams and is talking to him.
Arthur, I'm sorry I had to leave you. I didn't want to. I hope one day you'll understand why. Your plan is a good one. You may yet save this kingdom, but you must beware. Your army's flank is vulnerable. There is an old path over the ridge of Camlin, and Morgana knows of it. She means to trap you, Arthur. Find the path or the battle will be over before it's begun. Find the path.
And Arthur actually listened to him.
Finally! Now I have another monologue.
Okay, who are you going to monologue this time?
Arthur. Oops.
Oops, did you go too far? There you go.
Okay.
Now, when is this?
This is Arthur getting his troops inspired.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Go for it.
Tonight, we do battle. Tonight we end this war. We end a war as old as the land itself. War against tyranny, greed, and spite. Not all will greet the dawn. Some will live, some will die. But each and every one of you fights with honor and with pride. For not only do we fight for our lives, we fight for the future. The future of Camelot. The future of Albion. The future of the United Kingdoms.
The United Kingdoms!
For the love of Camelot.
For the love of Camelot! And then, is this where we put the part about the epic stuff?
No.
Oh, that's at the bottom. Oh, we have to have
Yes.
we have to do another Merlin Balinor.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your help, your guidance.
I only offered a hand. You stand tall on your own 2 feet, Merlin. You always have done.
As did you, Father. I follow in your footsteps.
Your journey has only just begun. You wield a power you yet cannot conceive of. Only in the heart of the crystal cave will your true self be revealed. Move towards the light. Your destiny awaits. Do not be afraid. Trust in what you are. Trust in what will be.
Goodbye, Father.
There are no goodbyes, Imerus.
What?
For I will always be, as you will always be. I don't know how many times we watched these dialogues, because they were just so good. I know we're not acting them out very well, but...
Goodbye, Father.
Okay, and then it was the epic part.
Okay, yeah. We get epic slow motion Arthur.
Okay, and
And
then wait. That was hysterical, because Arthur's, like, fighting, and he's, like, in slow motion, and then he goes fast, and he kills somebody, and then he's slow motion again, and it was cracking me up. Okay, go ahead with your epicness.
An epic music. An epic Emrys. An epic legend. Epic.
Epic. And next week?
Next week, hold on. I have things I want to add to it that I didn't put in here.
Oh, okay.
Next week, I am the sorcerer. I am legend. I am Iron Man.
No! Next week, I am the sorcerer. I have magic.
No, I have butterflies.
No, magic.
I can make butterflies with my magic.
And I hope that that little snippet was him telling Arthur, I am the sorcerer. I have magic. Because on Friday night, we get the series finale, like
Diamond of the Day Part 2.
Yes. And then it will be over. We totally like mirrored each other. Okay, so let me talk about Revolution now. See, it's a good thing we didn't have much TV this week, because we sure the heck had a lot to talk about. Okay, Revolution. Episode 1.19, Children of Men. And this was the...
Final countdown.
No, not the final countdown. This
Actually, yes, it was.
This is the last episode before the season finale. So season finale's Monday night. So we have this whole episode was just super violent and very bloody, especially because they had these special guns that the protectors had in the tower, and it was like an energy pulse, and it just like blood everywhere.
Thank.
It was gross. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of blood. So, this whole episode was about the tower. So, Monroe and Rachel and his gang of people get into the tower, but then those protectors that were in the tower killed all of them except for Monroe and Rachel, and they locked themselves in the vice president's bunker in the tower.
Well, where's the president's bunker?
I think it's in a different location, because they said this is where Cheney locked himself in at some point. I guess at the blackout or something, I don't know. So then, Miles and Aaron and Nora and Charlie get inside. Oh, I forgot to say, because Rachel didn't die. Remember last week it ended in black? With her with the grenade, and they wrenched it out of her hand, and it did explode, but far enough away that it didn't hurt them. So, Aaron is found by Miles and Nora and Charlie and Tom and Jason. And Miles and Aaron and Nora and Charlie get inside the tower, but Tom and Jason are left outside. And because there's a gun battle going on, and they are captured by Monroe's men. So then Rachel sees Charlie on the
surveillance.
Yeah, closed circuit TV. So
CCTV.
Yes, CC. So she sees that Charlie's inside, and so she strikes up a deal with Monroe that she agrees to help him as long as he does not kill Charlie. And then Tom and Jason, in the meantime, convince Monroe's men to overthrow him. And then lots of people get killed, and then Aaron and Rachel and Charlie are taken to meet with the people in the tower, and it's Grace and Dan leading the group. Now, question. Aaron says that he has been looking for Grace, whatever her last name is, I don't know, can't think of it, for a long time, and everyone in the tower knows who Aaron is. Why? We don't know. We know that in that diary... We just don't know. We know that in that diary journal there was an article about Aaron, so he's playing into this, and I'm interested to see. So apparently this group in the tower has been guarding the tower, and they intend for their children and their children's children to guard the tower forever. Because they don't want to let anybody to level 12 because it's too dangerous. They say that it's too powerful, so they've blocked things. So like the elevator, they tried to take it down to 12 and it stops at 11 and everything. But then Dan is going to burn the diary because he says nobody can have this power, it's too much, and then so Aaron and Rachel talk about that if the power was back on, it would mean safety for people and they would have clean water and health care, but Dan burns the book anyway. And then Grace tells them that there's two possibilities if the power's turned back on. One is that the power's turned back on and everything's fine. The other is that it would set the world on fire. Like kaboom.
Oh, down
to a burning ring of fire. So next week is episode 1.20, The Dark Tower. And that's the season finale.
Goodbye, Father.
And so, what will happen? Will we find out why Aaron is important? Will the power be turned back on? Will the world explode?
Yes!
And then we will all die. The end. And that has been our epic TV discussion for this week.
I am legend. I am Iron Man.
I have magic.
I am Bruce Banner.
Goodbye. On to the next segment. You look so serious.
I am Iron Man.
You are not Iron Man.
No, my friend is Iron Man.
Let's talk about the May Geeky Cal. Is that why you were doing that, so you could be geeky? Sure. Alright, so the May Geeky Cal is coming to an end very soon. So we had some finished projects this week. Congrats to those who finished a project and shared the photo. Christy Ray, Christy, finished her Hobbit dress. Did you see that? Wasn't it awesome? It was huge. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was a ton of knitting. Way to go. Knits Insanity, Katie, finished her Maple Leaf socks. Phoenix Fire, Tracy, finished her Doctor Who-inspired Time Traveler socks and her Trillion. Way to go, ladies. So, it's coming to an end. The thread is going to close Saturday morning, June the 1st, when I get up or when I've had enough coffee to realize that I need to close the thread.
I could close it.
You could close it. Just don't close it till the morning of June 1st, which is Saturday. So, if you have finished a geeky project, or if you are going to finish a geeky project, post it by Saturday morning, and we will draw for the winners next week on the podcast. And now, it's time for Silly Songs with Larry. No, for the June Color Cal, which starts on Saturday, June the 1st. So, this is going to run from June the 1st through June the 30th. And any project will count. Knitting, crochet, spinning, weaving, any of the Ravelry stuff, as long as it contains your favorite color. It doesn't have to be solid your favorite color. It doesn't have to be like all pink, because pink's my favorite color. So I can do something with more colors in it, as long as it has my favorite color in it. And you can post more than one item. Just each of them has to have your favorite color. The project can, have been begun before June 1st, as long as you actually work on it in June and complete it in the month of June. So you can't have finished it in May and then enter it in June. You have to actually work on it in June to enter it. And feel free to double dip, triple dip in other cows.
Quadruple dip.
As long as it fits with the other rules.
Although, don't quadruple dip in real life. That's disgusting.
Yeah, I don't do that. So, June...
Turn your chip around.
Oh, my word. June Color Cow starts on June the 1st. So, we will start the chatter thread soon so that you can talk about what you're going to do. I guess your favorite color has to be Oats.
I'm probably not going to finish it in June.
No, but you're going to get a lot done. Alright, so that is June Color Cow. Alright, on to the next segment. Welcome to the end of the podcast. We
hope you enjoyed your stay.
We do hope you enjoyed your stay. Sorry, we had to crop out a bunch of stuff because my phone started going off and my computer and... Okay, so, thanks for watching. We've got a few announcements. We are doing a prize draw at 200 members in our Ravelry group, and at last check, we had 173 members. Let's see if that's still accurate. Yes, we have 173 members. So, invite your friends, invite your family, invite your dog. No, not your dog. Unless your dog has a Ravelry account.
Invite Iron Man.
And just being a member of the group will enter you into the drawing. So, at 200 members, we will have a prize drawing. Second, we are rethinking the Geeky Girls Knit VKNs, Virtual Knit Nights, because there's not really been as much interest as there originally was. So, and it could be the time of year or whatever. So, do you have thoughts about VKNs? If so, let us know. We are, I lost my word.
We are rotating.
We are
rotating.
Not considering, but that I'll use that. We're considering having maybe 2 VKNs a month, maybe like on the first Friday. Contemplating. Juggling balls.
We are juggling balls, having VKNs. We're juggling having
having 2 a month, having like one maybe on the first Friday of the month at 1 p.m. Central, and having one maybe on the third Friday of the month at 6 p.m. Central. Let us know what you think about that, because, just the interest has lessened so much that, so let us know what you think. I forgot to mention earlier that I am doing the Stash that the Knit Girls podcast is doing. So, I'm trying to remember when it ends. So, it started already. Oh, it runs through August 5th. And you are trying to use up yarn or spin or everything. All the rules, I'll put the link to it in the show notes. But the goal is to use up... Hold on, where's my thing? Because I have the notes on it. There it is. Your goal is to do 4,375 yards. And if you had a project that you hadn't finished and you finished, you could count all the yardage. So I've already entered 3 projects, my washcloths that I showed today, and then I've already entered the yardage for the squares for the Doctor Who baby blanket, and then I will add in the rest of the yardage for the border when I finish it, and I entered the yardage for my baby Sophisticate sweater. So I am currently at 1,297 yards, so I have 3,078 yards to go. So I'm going to try to get through 4,375 yards. So are you doing it? Is anybody else doing it? I'm posting my stuff on Instagram too with the hashtag Stash Dash. Instagram is fun. I'm having a ball over there. If you're not on Instagram, you should come join us.
What kind of ball?
A pink one.
Soccer.
No, bouncy. So, Stash Dash. So, are you participating? We'd love to hear about it. Tell the people where to find us, Damaris.
Places. At geekygirlsknit.blogspot.com. There you will find links to iTunes and Blip TV and Facebook and Twitter, etc.
Yes, etc. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Have a great rest of the week. Happy knitting. Spinning. I think somebody is working outside in the yard because we're hearing bizarre noises. So with that...
Either that or someone's being...
Is the earth exploding? Maybe they got into the 12th floor of the tower.
That wasn't supposed to happen until next week.
Oh, sorry. Maybe they're working on getting there. And it's like causing things already. So...
It's not another state.
It's in Colorado. That's not that far from here. Happy knitting. Have a great week. Peace. See you later. Tell the people bye, Damaris.
Bye, Damaris.